Welcome to the Mind of the Fans podcast, your go-to show for all things Premier League football. Join host David and Spy every week as they dissect the best and worst moments from each match, delivering insightful analysis and engaging discussions. From intense rivalries to top-notch performances, they've got you covered, but it doesn't stop there. Stay tuned for updates on major European games and breaking news. Get ready for an unforgettable football experience on the Mind of the Fans podcast. Let the games begin.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mind of the Fans podcast. I'm David, I'm all the way from England. Spy.
Yo.
Yeah, so Spy, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm okay, bro. It's been a long few days, but we're good. Any good news for us, something new for us?
So far, no, not really.
No good news. That's crazy.
No good news, just the usuals,
Just vibes.
Just vibes.
Yeah.
Watching Messi be Messi.
Yeah, there's nothing new about that, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I say nothing new, nothing good, just
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is episode 4. Wow, we're 4 episodes in. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Come a long way.
Yeah, 4 episodes in. And as usual, we appreciate your support out there. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for, sharing with all your friends. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate the support. That's like our driving factor right now. So thank you again.
We really appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work. Well, yeah, we move. So what do we have on today? We really don't have much. I mean, other than Match Week 2 talk, very little breaking news so far here and there. And then obviously the FIFA Women's World Cup. That's pretty much all we have this week. So let's dive right in. First off, we'll kick off with the breaking news. Obviously, Chelsea and Liverpool have settled themselves, with all their transfer drama. Caicedo going for the British world record. Lavia also going to Chelsea. So, and then Liverpool ended up signing Endo.
Ended up signing a player, finally.
Yeah, a defensive midfielder, which I still don't think will help them do anything, but they ended up getting their midfielder. So, that drama is over. Were we expecting anything less than that?
Honestly, I feel Liverpool are always getting robbed.
Yeah.
They're always getting robbed. If not, they would have been great. They always get robbed from their players. And I think that's what Chelsea goes to the transfer market to do. They don't have a real intention when they go into the transfer market. Just look for other teams' players and take them.
Just to rob other teams. Like how they robbed Arsenal almost.
Yeah.
No, looking at it right now, I'm actually grateful that, they signed Modric. I can't imagine Modric being in that. I mean, probably maybe Mikel Arteta would have probably done something good with him.
Honestly, if Modric went to Arsenal, he would have performed a lot better under Arteta because Arteta doesn't have to bring that good part of the player out.
Exactly.
The way he changed Bukayo Saka was brilliant, yeah, but when it comes to playing as that supporting, that player your team can depend on, Saka was really leaving that season, and he could not do that under any manager.
Yeah, so it's pretty much what. I mean, as I say, I'm grateful Modric is in Chelsea. We got Trossard. Trossard had the experience and stuff, but yeah, let's not divert too much. Yeah, Chelsea and Liverpool sorting themselves out. Moving on, Neymar and his move to Al Hilal, that's pretty much confirmed and done. Not exactly sure what the reason is behind that, so...
Well, we all know what the reason is behind that.
What was it? Money, well.
That is one thing that's when you destroy Neymar's career, money. Because I personally know that if he waited for a little bit, a European team would have come for him.
Yeah.
But he was too eager. Once the opportunity came, he just left straight away.
But he was meant to go to Barca, but then he was like, he's not going to play under Xavi. Like, is there a relationship breakdown there or something?
I just feel like Xavi never really fancied Neymar. And then what made this worse was Neymar leaving Messi's shadow for the money. Xavi doesn't like that at all. And I think that all Barca legend don't appreciate it as well that he left for the money. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And then we thought maybe over the years he has ended up money at PSG that would change him. At least try to win something as you're about to return. Instead, he went to Saudi for money again. So honestly, I think that Neymar is a prince that is not going to become a king.
Yeah. I mean, he's injured now, so he won't play anytime soon, probably to late September or so. But
he's injured.
Yeah, he's injured.
Saudi are about to get a refund.
He's coming back late September. So I wish him nothing but the best. Neymar is, as much as I don't really know him that well as a player, I do like when I watch him play. Like, he does some really good stuff. So I do wish him the best.
We all do.
Yeah. Next up, Mbappe and his return. Mbappe and PSG finally settled themselves, and I think he's signing a 1 year extension kind of thing. But then on his return he scored, but PSG ended up drawing the game. But how do you feel about that?
I feel that PSG cannot do without Kylian Mbappe. That's all I feel, and that's all I know.
Yeah.
They need him. He doesn't necessarily need them, but they need him. And PSG, they need to work on their defense and their midfield, because if you watch all the games that they've been playing with this preseason, they've been getting run through like they're playing a Sunday League football team or something. It's way too easy for opponents to score PSG.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time they started their first 2 league games with back-to-back draws, because I think they drew the first one 0-0, and then they drew this one that Mbappe played in 1-1. Now Mbappe is now the center of attention, so that would be fun.
He always has been. He's used to it.
I mean, when Messi was there, obviously he wasn't like, he didn't have the whole attention on him. There was Messi, and also even with Neymar too. Neymar, he wasn't.
I don't think
he didn't have full attention of like the PSG fans. So
I think he actually always did. The person that never actually had the attention of the PSG fans is Neymar. Because since that Kylian Mbappe's performance at the World Cup, that's when his attention came. And he hasn't left since then. Plus, it's just his performance with this recent World Cup against Messi. The attention is still there for Kylian. Just that, I would say, when Messi came, it was a bit lowered, but the attention was still there. Like against Real Madrid, they were saying Messi and Mbappe up front. No one was really talking about Neymar, because we know Neymar is Neymar. But yeah, we love to see him play football, but at the end of the day, we love a progressive football. Neymar's changed over the years.
Well, and then just to round up all that breaking news, obviously, Messi winning his first trophy with Inter Miami. Messi.
If you sing it with me.
Inter Miami. Pause. Inter Miami beating Nashville on penalties, though. Messi scored the only goal for Inter Miami, and then Nashville equalized, and then they had to go on to penalties. Settled between the two goalies, yeah. But yeah, it's good for Messi. Now MLS is getting revenues. Inter Miami look like they are going on a upward motion, so it's good for them. So that's pretty much all I will say about that. There's nothing else to say, because at this point it's not surprising anymore. And then obviously he's now our most active player with the most trophies. So
I don't think he's most active. I mean, I think he's the most.
He's the player currently with the most trophies to his name. Yeah.
Yeah. He just had his 44th, if I'm not mistaken, passing Dani Alves.
Dani Alves 43, yeah. Okay, well, that will wrap it up there from breaking news. Let's move on to like the main business. Matric 2. You know what? It wasn't the most interesting of Matrix, to be honest, though.
Very, very boring.
Kind of disappointing at some point.
I don't even feel like speaking about it. I think the fans can really reflect on it without us speaking about it. We can speak about 9 games, but we can just leave one out. Do you get what I mean?
Well, let me give you your predictions, though. Let me give you your predictions for Matrix 2. So you had Forest Sheffield 2-1, Fulham Brentford 1-0, Liverpool Bournemouth 3-1.
Forest Sheffield, who did I have to win?
Forest 2-1.
And that was spot
Wait,
on.
pause, Spy. We'll get
Oh
there.
my God.
We'll get there. Obviously, you get your credit. Just hold on a bit. Get your credit. So what was I? Yes. Wolves, Brighton. You had Brighton winning 2-0. Spurs, United. You had United walkover 3-0.
Carry on, please.
City, Newcastle. You had City beating Newcastle 4-1. Villa, Everton. You had Villa winning 2-0. West Ham, Chelsea. You had West Ham winning 1-0. Sorry, you had Chelsea winning 1-0. And Palace, Arsenal, you had them drawing. So with that in mind, let's actually bring up the correct scorelines for the games, the actual scorelines. First off, let's start from top. You got the Forest Sheffield 2-1. That game ended 2-1.
Let's go.
Liverpool Bournemouth ended 3-1, so you got that. You did get that, so good. Kudos to you.
Good up to me.
Wolves Brighton beat Wolves 4-1. Brentford beat Fulham 3-0. So you botched that completely. Spurs beat United 2-0.
Next, please.
City beat Newcastle 1-0. Aston Villa beat Everton 4-0.
I mean, in my defense, most of them I got the victories, but I did not just get the exact scoreline.
Well, so yeah, 2 of 9. 2 of 9 isn't bad. I mean, it's not
in terms of scoreline or in terms of victories?
In terms of scoreline.
Okay, scoreline, yeah.
And then West Ham Chelsea, West Ham won 3-1. And then Palace Arsenal beat Palace 1-0.
Luckily.
You can say luckily, you can say what you want. But it's a win is a win. So in terms of score prediction, you had 2 out of 9.
2 out of 10, you mean?
No, 9, because there were only 9 matches. Luton Town Burnley was postponed due to
true.
Yeah, their home stadium isn't ready, so they had that postponed. But any takeaways so far,
Takeaways. Manchester United players need to play for the badge.
Yeah, that
they
game
honestly need to play for the badge. I don't see any. I've only seen like 4 stand-up players that are actually playing for the badge. I can see Varane, I can see Onana, I can see Martinez, I can see Casemiro. Other than that, I don't see anyone else playing for the badge. And Garnacho as well. Other than that, no one else is playing for the badge. They're just playing because I feel at this point they're getting paid to play. That's what they're playing. Yeah. And Liverpool.
Yeah.
The game was way too open. If they play City with that type of formation or whatever I saw that day, that would have been a whole different story for Liverpool.
That's what I've been saying. They concede too many goals. But the rate at which other teams can score goals against Liverpool, I don't think they can be able to survive.
It's not even about the conceding goals. It's about their shape during the game. It's not making. I don't understand that team again. This is not the league club tactics we know. Club tactics is a very organized, forward pressing team, but this team is just individually pressing. It is shocking, but hopefully that new central defensive midfielder will have something to change in that.
Endo, yeah.
Hopefully and Brighton, one word, Mitoma. Class.
He's world class. I've been saying it since last season. That Brighton's left hand side with Mitoma, Estupinian, and Joao Pedro. Those guys will cause chaos in this league. Anything that faces them,
if Mitoma was an English player, his value right now would be nothing less than 120 million.
Exactly. His current value right now is 32 million euros, which should be about less than. We should just be about 29 million pounds or so, something like that.
If he was English, right now, 120 million, because that boy is class.
That is solo run though, bro. That's solo run.
Absolutely world class. Aston Villa, I don't know how they do it, what they do, but they just keep scoring.
I mean, they were playing a not so, I don't know. The Everton team, though. I mean, at a point, it was competitive. Everton tried their best. But they just. They just couldn't go over those hurdles,
And then City, all I can say about that game is what a finish from Alvarez.
Yeah.
A finish from that angle to get it in top bins like that, calling away from the keeper. What a finish. Chelsea, I saw one meme, David, of it, like, how will I put it for you to understand? It was like a potato with dreads. That was how they put it as Chelsea's team right now. I don't know if I should say that that's a bit of racism, but that was funny.
But that's the truth, though. Half of the squad, they're all...
That was the funniest thing I've seen.
Half of the squad, they all do have, like, dreads and stuff.
Dreads and braids and, yeah.
So
but they need to work on their team. Put credit to Raheem Sterling, because during the preseason, he had the press conference and he said that last season he felt a bit heavy, so he changed his diet. And we can see that diet change, David. We can see Sterling was looking like prime Hazard. Yeah, on Sunday, sorry. He was looking like prime Eden Hazard Sterling. Oh my God. Wow. And Arsenal, oh well. A goal is a goal. Penalty is a penalty. We move. I have nothing to say about that game.
I saw a meme also, just going back to Chelsea. I saw a meme where was this Peter Drury said something about that if Chelsea was sponsored by Microsoft, they'll still not excel. Oh my days! I was like, no. People can't be doing things like that to this Chelsea team.
I've heard a lot of names in this footballing world, girl. Chelsea, they are the start and finish of memes. Right now, Chelsea owners, what they do, or the CEOs, what they do is just to go on TikTok and... Have you seen the wars between Chelsea on TikTok and other teams?
No, I don't. I'm not on TikTok.
You need to watch that. You need to watch that. There was a team that put at least in the Europa League and the Art. And you've never heard about that team. It was FC something. I've never heard about that team. And they called out Chelsea, saying at least we're in Europa.
No,
wow.
I haven't seen that. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know. But I'll probably look it up. Well, what else? Yeah, before we leave this topic, just let me reiterate on some things. I think Chelsea won the game for a bit until they lost Chukwuemeka. I think he's the key piece to like Chelsea playing proper football. Like once they lost him, it just became not it from there. They lost him to his knee injury. Once they lost him, the game just kind of changed a bit. I think he's the focus of like everything Chelsea is doing. Like he's their main man now.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like they should find a different main man than him. But we'll see how Pochettino goes on with his season, because these are just the first 2 games,
Yeah.
We have only missed one. So let's see how Pochettino goes on. But for a fact, from that game week, the team that started off where they left off last season is Brighton. We have to give them that.
I don't see any team slowing Brighton down right now. Like I don't know. I'm looking at their fixtures and who they are playing. I don't see any team slowing Brighton down. No team. Maybe they play City, Arsenal, one of those teams, maybe, yeah. But I don't see any team like they play West Ham next. West Ham. After West Ham, they play Newcastle. Okay, maybe Newcastle that'll be really tough for them. Then United, but then they play Bournemouth, Villa. They play Villa and nah. I don't see anyone stopping them. So
I think they're going until they see like probably Man City something.
Once you restart, yeah.
Yeah, but now Brighton, they are getting the points. They're getting the goal differences. They're
scoring goals. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, big ups to Chelsea though. For the past 2 game weeks, they have recorded the most passes in the Premier League.
No one cares about that.
That's one thing that Chelsea is outstanding in.
No one cares about that. No one cares about that. Spurs. Let's talk about Spurs for a bit. Ange Ball. They looked good for a bit. That second half, they looked good. They played proper football for the first time I can say that they played proper football. Did you expect that? Was it? Let me ask the better question. Was it United were just really bad that day, or Spurs were just too good?
Absolutely not. First half, United were absolutely class. They were putting the pressure, creating the chances, but no goals. So 50 chances, let's say there are 50 chances created and no goals. Basically useless. But we had them on strings in the first half. They were not playing out. We had like all the position, all the attacking momentum and everything. And second half is like they brought out our under 16 squad to play with them. And I don't understand Manchester United. You're a devil from start to finish. You don't stop halfway through. You're playing for that batch. You're not playing first half for the batch, second half for wages. No. I think they need to be a leader in that dressing room, because there needs to be somebody in that dressing room that can tell Bruno to shut up when he's acting up. And Ten Hag is not going to do it because he's the manager.
Yeah.
That not even calm him down, because I know Casemiro does that. That can put him in his place. Casemiro would, if Casemiro could, what that is, communicate to him perfectly, which I think they could, because I think Bruno speaks Spanish, but there needs to be that player that puts him in his place.
Exactly. And I don't know what Ten Hag is doing with like the lineup. Like, why is Rashford playing through the middle? Rashford looks like a lost child.
Rashford said this himself. The press conference, not press conference, but like the interviews / live, they call it a podcast or whatever, between him and Gary Neville.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, Neville spoke to him about being a 9, and he said, "See, it's not about being a 9. It's very difficult because you might not touch the ball for like 25 minutes, and then the moment you touch it, your first touch has to be perfect. You're either true on goal, or you're either about to set someone true, or you're either about to take a shot. So as a number 9, you have to be very patient." And Rashford said to himself, "I'm not patient. So out there, I look lost." He admitted that, and that's what we're saying.
Exactly. And why is, I don't know, play. I think I just don't know. I just don't know. Maybe he'll probably change the next game. We'll see. But that Rashford through the middle hasn't worked the past 2 games. Like,
it hasn't worked last season.
Lost.
Ten Hag knows it's not working, but what can he do? His striker is currently not fit, so we have to be patient.
But then don't play one striker. You could play Martial, or no, you could play maybe.
Martial just came back.
Not Martial, not Martial. This guy, Sancho. You could play 2 attackers. Then Rashford can then have the right to drift towards the left wing where he's, he can cut in with his right.
You do understand that Manchester United is a tradition to play 4-2-3-1. You do understand.
Change, bro. It needs to change. Like that's
it needs to change.
Because you have to. I mean, as much as you want the player to adapt, you then have to make sure you can also adapt to the player.
Last week was more of a 4-1-4-1, leaving Casemiro out there in the middle, and then 4 players up front: Bruno, Mount, Anthony, Garnacho, and then Rashford up top, which is shocking because I agree that Casemiro is one of the best CDMs in the world. His titles say it, and so on and so forth. But you cannot leave one player to hold the whole team. It doesn't work like that anyway. And they need to fix that up. I preferred last season how Eriksen sits and Casemiro sits and then Bruno advances. That's why I told you we don't need Mason Mount.
He's injured. So.
Good. And you see the difference between last week and this week. With Mason Mount not playing from start to finish. You see the difference. I'm telling you, we don't need him. He doesn't fit in the tactics from a fan's perspective. He doesn't fit in the tactics. Let me see. I don't know what Ten Hag sees, but hopefully he sees something that I would like to know.
Well, so Spurs, where do you think they're finishing though? With this victory, do you think this is like an upward?
They're still not making top 6.
So you think they'll still have times where they'll stumble badly, against like the likes of Brighton, all those teams?
100%. I even feel against Bournemouth to be a test for them. This on Saturday against Bournemouth, we'll see how they do against Bournemouth.
We'll see how they do. Well, yeah, let's move on to players of the game. Forest Sheffield. Who's your player of the game for Forest Sheffield?
Forest Sheffield. I think it was Chris Wood coming up the bench. to score the winning goal. I think that was what basically what they needed. And without him coming off the bench, I don't think anybody would have scored it. Big ups to Awunyi though. He scored 2 in 2 now. So congratulations to him.
I was going for Serge Aurier, but we could go quick.
Aurier.
I mean, he had the 2 assists. He crossed the ball.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But, yeah, fair enough.
Fulham Brentford.
Umberno, right place, right time. Since last season, he's been doing all these interceptions through the defense and scoring, and he's still doing it. I don't know how he always guesses or presses at the right exact time, but he keeps doing it.
Yeah. Liverpool Bournemouth.
Nobody.
I was going to give it to Dominic though. He had a good game.
Dominic.
The other Dominic Szoboszlai. Dominic Szoboszlai.
The new signing, the Egyptian.
Yeah. No, not Egyptian.
He's Egyptian. Yeah.
No, Dominic Szoboszlai. No, he's not Egyptian. He's.
You sure?
No, he's
Moroccan.
No.
I don't know, but carry on.
But yeah, I'll give it to him because he had like a really impressive game. He carried Liverpool all the times they moved forward. He was the one that carried the ball forward. Won the penalty, completed more than 90% of his passes. Had a really good, for me, I think really good game. So give it to him. Who's Brighton? Mitoma as usual, definitely.
I might give it to Enciso and Enciso, sorry.
Julio Enciso, yeah. He's injured now.
Yeah, last season that his screamer against Man City, he has a lot of quality. A lot, but he always keeps getting injured.
Yeah. City Newcastle.
Alvarez, goal scorer, we have to give it to him.
Spurs.
For the fact that he has less minutes, but he still scores every time he plays. It's giving. Yeah.
Yeah. Spurs United. Sorry. Spurs United.
That's for you to say. I have nothing to say.
Spurs United. I'll give it to Maddison just because, he controlled that second half. I think he held field properly. I'll give it to Maddison.
Okay.
Villa Everton.
Douglas Luiz,
that's fair. West Ham Chelsea.
Ooh.
James Ward-Prowse.
2 assists.
He really. Oh no.
He fits right into the squad.
Exactly.
He fits right for the fact that he hasn't had that much. When he was his time, he hasn't had that much training session, and then the chemistry is already there. Like he grew up with this player. Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, that ball for Antonio, that was just credit to Antonio to finish though.
Wow, like he did a power shot in FIFA or something. Wow, that was a finish. That was
Palace Arsenal.
Honestly, the game was a bit boring, but I have to give it to Odegaard. He controlled the midfield as he always does.
Yeah.
Arm on the ball. Yeah. Good penalty.
That was I was surprised though. I was hoping maybe Saka or someone take it. Saka as usual to take it, but it is what it is. So
yeah.
Let's move on to match week 3. Your match week 3 predictions.
Ooh, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, match week 3 starts, Friday 25th. This Friday, so let's go. Chelsea Luton.
3-1 to Chelsea.
3-1 to Chelsea. Bournemouth Spurs.
I'll go. That'll be the test. So I'll say Spurs to win.
Spurs to win. Arsenal Fulham.
Arsenal to win.
No, you're not. Tell us the scores.
I am not giving you scores. No, thank you.
He's done with giving us scores. Okay. Brentford Crystal Palace.
Brentford Crystal Palace. I would say Crystal Palace wins 2-1.
Oh, now you're giving scores.
I'll give scores for the ones I'm kind of sure.
Palace Brentford, you said 3-1, right?
Yeah.
Palace.
Yes.
Okay. Everton Wolves.
I'll give it to Wolverhampton. 2-0.
2-0 Wolves. Man U Forest.
For what I've seen last week, if they change up, I know for sure Onana's going to get a clean sheet. So I'll say United 2-0 win.
United 2-0. Brighton, West Ham.
Brighton, West Ham. That's a tough game. That is a tough game. I'll give it to Brighton. 2-1.
2-1 Brighton. Burnley, Villa.
Villa wins 2-0.
Villa win 2-0. Sheffield City.
City win 4-0.
Newcastle, Liverpool.
Newcastle win 2-1.
Okay. Newcastle at home, so I kind of agree with that. So that's good. Before we round up, let's briefly discuss, the FIFA Women's World Cup that just rounded up. My beloved England didn't make it, they didn't bring the cup home, so I'm quite sad about that. I'm still sobbing about it, to be honest. So.
I kind of expected it, but yeah.
Big ups to Spain, though. Big ups to Spain. 1-0 victory all the way. I think they are the second team. They're the second country to win both the men's and women's World Cup. The first is Germany. So big ups to Spain. I'm still quite sobbing and sad that my beloved England didn't bring it home. But it was a beautiful sight for them, all the way to the finals. They are definitely an inspiration to all the ladies out there that want to go into soccer. Definitely a big inspiration to the younger generation. So
yeah, true. And correction, is football, not soccer.
Football, yeah, my bad. Football.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm staying here too long. I'm staying here too long.
Yeah, I don't want you making mistakes on my podcast.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, so congrats to the England women's national team making it all the way to the finals. Very happy for them, being inspiration to the future generations to come. And then a big congratulations to Spain, the champions of the world. I didn't really expect it, but big ups to them. Also, inspiration to the rest of the world too. So, yeah.
I really have nothing to say about the World Cup, but yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good. If you didn't follow it, you kind of missed a lot. But for those of us that did follow it, kind of enjoyed it, especially our own country, being in it and following them to the round of 16. It was pretty enjoyable. Nigeria, all the way to round of 16. It was being fun to watch other African countries do their thing.
Yeah.
Definitely the game is growing, so we love it. We love it. Well, that's pretty much what we have for you guys this week. As usual, Match Week 3. I hope you guys did watch Match Week 2. Go watch Match Week 3 starting this Friday. No, that came out wrong. Go watch Match Week 3 this Friday. First game is this Friday. Then we have some other games Saturday and then rounding up Sunday. We'll be back with Match Week 3 recap and breakdown, as well as if Spy hit, his predictions this time. 12-9. 12-9 is really bad though, but
hopefully I'll get it right this time.
Hopefully he does get it right. Again, as usual, we appreciate your support. We appreciate all the love. We love all the love, so we keep going as you keep, supporting.
Like I always say, keep up the good work.
As he always says, keep up the good work. We'll see you guys next week. Have an amazing week ahead and an amazing weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with all your amazing friends and family out there. Yeah. We're out. Spy?
Yes, David.
Yeah, we're out.
We out.